Right friends, welcome back to first capsule. This is cabinet decisions, and the first one is with regard to strategic sale and divesting management control in over 24 public sector units. And here please do not forget, Niti Aayog was given the task of identifying public sector undertakings for strategic sale. First, Niti Aayog will identify the public sector undertakings for strategic sale, and subsequently each and every proposal and the cost of shares as well as the timing of selling, all these things will be looked after by the Department of Investment and Public Asset Management. This Department of Investment and Public Asset Management, that is a DIPAM, is under the Ministry of Finance, but the strategic role of identifying public sector undertakings is given to Niti Aayog. Please do not forget, Niti Aayog replaced the Planning Commission and it is the think tank of Government of India. And here, sometime back, almost a month ago, Union Cabinet approved strategic disinvestment in Allahabad-based Bharat Pumps and Compressors. And now, Niti Aayog identified 24 entities, and you may have a pertinent doubt what is meant by strategic sale. Please look into this slide. Disinvestment is basically selling stake in public sector enterprises. Selling stake in public sector enterprises can be two ways. The first one is selling minority stake. Government will sell 5%, 10% like that, and government will keep majority control. Example is public sector enterprises like BHEL, NTPC, Coal India. Here, government sells 5%, 10% by keeping majority stake. So that is a minority stake sale. The other one most important is strategic sale. When the public sector enterprises are not performing well, government may resort to two ways of getting rid of the public sector undertakings. One is strategic sale. Strategic sale means selling entirely the public sector enterprise or selling majority stake. That means leaving management control to private individuals, only keeping minority stake. So, selling the enterprise entirely or selling majority stake by keeping just minority stake, that is known as a strategic sale. And the third option for the government is just close the public sector enterprise by giving voluntary retirement to the employees. So this is all about disinvestment, minority stake sale as well as a strategic sale. And if you look at the present decision, which was not revealed by the government, but as per the news reports, Cement Corporation of India Limited, Central Electronics Limited, Tire Corporation of India Limited, these are proposed for strategic sale by Niti Aayog. And the Union Cabinet also approved the closure of loss-making HMT Tractors division, and here voluntary retirement will be given to the employees. And the total financial outgo is expected to be 719 crores. Please recollect what I have told you. When public sector undertakings are not performing well, then the option for the government is to resort to strategic sale or closing them. And HMT Tractors will be closed by the Union government. Look at the next one. Cabinet approved 2% DA to its employees and 2% dearness relief for retired employees. And here, two important points I would like to tell you. The government employees' salaries as well as the dearness relief for retired employees or pensioners are adjusted for inflation once in 6 months. Once in 6 months, these salaries are adjusted for inflation, and this is known as dearness allowance for working employees and dearness relief for retired employees or pensioners. And what is the basis, you may ask? The basis is one index, that is Consumer Price Index for industrial workers. Consumer Price Index for industrial workers, that is the index based on which the government employees' salaries and retired employees' pensions are adjusted for inflation. And CPI-IW is released by Labour Bureau, please don't forget, and Labour Bureau also releases Consumer Price Index for agricultural labourers also. Right? So this is all about 2% DA to its employees. Another important aspect, don't forget, the government employees' salaries are revised once in 10 years with the establishment of pay commission. And based on the 7th pay commission recommendations, government employees' salaries are revised from 1st January 2016 and the next revision will take place from 1st January 2026. Having learned this, let us move on. The Cabinet approved extending the validity of sugar control order for another 6 months. You may ask what is meant by sugar control order. When central government announces a sugar control order or any control order as far as agricultural commodities are concerned, then state governments will decide about the fixing stock holding limits or licensing requirements. So, stock holding limits will be fixed when there is scarcity of a particular material. Now sugar prices are rising. Because of the reason, there is a lot of demand in the world market. In several countries, sugar production is not up to the mark. That's why there is a demand for sugar and sugar prices are increasing in recent times. You might have seen the increase of around 30% during the past 1 year. And basically, to make available sugar freely, this sugar control order is extended by another 6 months up to April 2017. Basically, to reduce the tendency of hoarding and profiteering. That means stocking excess quantity. The tendency of the traders is to stock excess quantity and subsequently they derive the advantage when prices increase. Otherwise, you can say they create artificial scarcity and subsequently what they will do, they will sell it at higher price. So as to avoid that situation, so as to make available sugar freely in the open market, this decision was taken by the central government. Right friends, let us look at the next one. As a one-time relaxation so as to benefit the farmers who are growing apple orchards. Please look into this picture. All of you are familiar with Jammu and Kashmir, which is famous for apple orchards. And at the same time, don't forget, on November 6th, Himachal Pradesh celebrated 100 years of introduction of apple in some areas of Himachal Pradesh. And as one-time plan, as a mission for integrated development of horticulture, central government announced a fund of rupees 450 crore to support apple orchards, basically to restore damaged horticulture areas and development of horticulture. Right friends, look at the next one. Union Cabinet also decided about setting up of Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research or IISER. If you look at the first 5 IISERs in the eastern part of the country, the IISER was established at Kolkata and northern part at Mohali, central part at Bhopal, western part it was established at Pune and southern region it was established at Thiruvananthapuram. First 5 IISERs were established and subsequently Tirupati got IISER subsequent to the bifurcation of Andhra Pradesh. And 7th IISER came up at Berhampur, Odisha. That means it will be established at Berhampur, Odisha. Look into the next one. Cabinet also approved an agreement on trade, commerce and transit between India and Bhutan. The agreement was renewed on 29th July 2006 for a period of 10 years and that ended on 29th July 2016. As a stopgap measure, the existing agreement is extended by another 1 year and meanwhile a new agreement will come up with the free trade regime between the two countries and at the same time it will also allow duty-free transit of Bhutanese merchandise for trade with the third country. right? So what I mean to say is new agreement between India and Bhutan will be much liberalized, and already agreement exists for several years, and 10-year agreement ended on 2016 July 29th, and it is extended by one more year, and meanwhile new agreement will come up with more liberalization between India and Bhutan. And before going ahead, let us look at this. Bhutan has got border with the 4 Indian states. The 4 Indian states are Sikkim, West Bengal, Assam and Arunachal Pradesh. And here Assam has got the longest border with 267 kilometers, and Sikkim has got just 32 kilometers border with Bhutan. These things, please don't forget. Another thing is the signing and ratification of an agreement between India and Estonia on the transfer of sentenced persons. You may ask, where is Estonia? Please look into this slide. The capital is Tallinn and currency is Euro. It is a part of European Union as well as Euro country. And Cabinet also approved the creation of digital depository of educational certificates. And please don't forget, we have 2 depositories in the country. One is NSDL, CDSL. When you are opening Demat account, your account is maintained either with NSDL or CDSL. NSDL means National Securities Depository Limited. So these 2 are depositories in the country, and now the Cabinet approved creation of a digital depository of education certificates. That means the educational qualifications of the persons will be maintained in a digital form. And for this purpose, government is establishing National Academic Depository. So National Academic Depository will be established, and in future students or employers, whoever are giving jobs, can access verified documents digitally. So once this National Academic Depository becomes a reality, then you need not carry the certificates while attending interviews. The employer can access these certificates online. This is a good move from Government of India. Right friends, with this let us conclude this Cabinet decisions. Please do join for other capsules. Have a nice day. Thank you.